Hi, it's Danny from Art by Marlene's promo team. I wanted to show you my little project I've put together. This is a traveller's notebook that I picked up at a craft show. It's just a blank set, 3 notebooks and a hard cover made of a heavyweight cardboard. It's blank so that you can decorate it yourself, and I've decided to do that with some acrylic paint and Art by Marlene's signature collection to decorate it and make it my own. So I'm just going to select a few acrylic paints here. I've used a cool palette with a little pop of yellow and hot pink as accent colours. And I'm going to paint the outside and the inside of the folder. So I'm layering down the first colour. I like to do this in little vertical stripes. Layer the second colour just slightly over the first and do that whole process with all the colours that I've selected, and it just gives you a really nice blend that I'm quite happy with. So I'm just making sure that I'm covering the whole folder on the outside and also on the inside. You can see now with this pop of pink how it blends so nicely with the blue, creates a bit of a purple, and then the yellow will obviously create a little bit of orange as well, depending on which sections that I blended over the top. So we're just looking for a little bit of a blend, but still trying to keep the purity of the colours there as well. So it's a nice bright folder. I'm using a TCW Art by Marlene stencil here. This is called Blooming Garden. And I'm just using the same paints that I used in the background to now stencil over the top. And I'm just using a small makeup wedge to apply the paint through the stencil. This is a second TCW Art by Marlene stencil called Cornet's Wreath. And again, I'm using the blue from the background. And one of my favourite stencils, this one's called Positivity. And I'm now trying to make sure that I layer this third stencil on the previous stencil designs, just to give it a little bit of flow so that we've got touch points throughout the design. And I've done that on the inside as well as the outside of the cover. Now we're just using a stamp set called Little Ladies. This is from the series 3, and it's just got a few little background stamps as well as some really cute ladies in the stamp set. And I'm just stamping that randomly all over the inside and outside covers. Change to another ink colour, and I'm now using the dotted circles from the same stamp set. Now I've changed to a black, which is a nice accent colour on the bright tones of the acrylic. This is a script stamp set out of Girlie style. And I'm going to stamp that randomly all over as well, just making sure that the script is actually horizontal. And now with a white ink, I'm going to use the little crosses out of a stamp set from Art by Marlene Series 2. I'm just making sure that I do the inside and the outside covers. This is a bit of gold metallic acrylic paint, and I'm just going to water that down a little and use a splatter brush to splatter some gold metallic over, just to give it a little bit of a bling. We all like a little bit of sparkle. And I'm just going to use some black ink now to just distress the edges and the folds on the folder as well, just to give it a bit of a finishing touch. And I do this on the inside as well as the outside covers. Now I'm using some of the die cuts from Art by Marlene's die blocks. I'm using a majority of them from the Series 3, but I have included like the fox and a few other little bits and pieces from the Series 2 die blocks. So I'm just going to collage these in little sections. This is on the inside of the folder at the moment, on the little pockets. And I'm just going to layer those pieces down so it's visually pleasing. Just got a little bit of washi tape here. And of course now I'm using the Art by Marlene sticker books. These are great little ways to pop a little saying on there, a little quote to finish off your little project. So I've picked a few little sayings to stick on each little design page. And I've edged those with a little bit of green paint. Once the glue's dry, I'm just going to use some Posca pens to do a little bit of scribbling around the stickers and a little bit of mark making over the folder. Just to edge things off, make things pop out a little bit. Okay, so these are the little notebooks that go inside. I'm going to use Art by Marlene's collage paper. This is the one from her Series 3 collection. And I'm just going to collage that straight down onto the covers of the notebooks. The collage paper is great for this sort of effect. It's quite thin, so there wasn't any air bubbles or anything that I had to be too concerned about. And I'm just basically covering little notebooks with the papers. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. I'm using the scraps now to do the inside of the covers, and because it's got that funny little pocket, I have to sort of make the papers fit, but it all works out well. Each of the collage pads come with 2 papers of the same design. So I've used nearly 2 pages on one notebook each. So it was a little bit of a fiddly task to do, but I think the end result looks fantastic. Here I'm just using all my scrappy bits up to try and cover the book up without wasting too much of the paper. Then I can use it on another project later. It was a real patchwork job here to try and get the whole book covered. And I did the other 2 notebooks off camera, which I'll show you in a minute. I decided I really needed to use that little flower in there. So I've collaged another extra piece on there just because I needed that flower in there. It's a bit cute. Just making sure it's folding properly and I've got all the little extra pieces off. And here are this is the other notebook that I covered off camera, and I'm just doing the edges with some washi tape. So this is Art by Marlene's washi tape, and I'm just securing that around the edges of the notebook. Just add a little bit of visual interest. And again, just a little bit of paint to dull the front of the cover, and I'm going to apply some more die cuts from Art by Marlene's die books. Just collage them straight onto the cover. And And then of course to finish the project with some of the stickers from the sticker books. I'm just highlighting with a pen here, just around the edges of the die, just to make it pop off the background. Now in the Series 3 die blocks, they've got these little die tags basically, and so I'm just popping a couple of those in there. I really like the overhang with the tags popping out. So just showing you the finished job, I'm going to pop a little tag in there to show you the pockets and the finished notebook itself. This will be a really good notebook to do some quick sketches and plan some ideas in. It's a bit cute, that bird. And of course this is one of the other notebooks that I finished off camera. Again using the die blocks and the collage paper to decorate, and then we've got the tags hanging out of the pages. And this is the last notebook, again using the die blocks and some of the stickers. So in total I've made 3 notebooks covered to pop into the folder. I love how the collage paper made all 3 notebooks look so different, but they all work really well together. And how cute do those little tags look? Now to pop it all together inside the folder. So just giving you a close-up of all the finer details before we put the notebooks back into the folder. So each notebook goes in under one of those elastics and it holds them all together inside the folder. How pretty does that look? I love all those little tabs. And the collage paper really goes well with the folder. so excited at how this turned out. I'm really looking forward to using it. So I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial on the Traveller's Notebook and how to use the Art by Marlene series collection, signature collection, sorry. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.